Good day. I'm here today now. I'm going to do a bit of welding, do a little patchwork. I'm going to show you a quick little technique for welding patches and holes, and I'm just going to walk you through this here now. Have a little hole here. Most people would sit down now and try to make up a piece and butt weld it and fit it and fit it and fit it. All I went and done is I made up this little piece, put a little bend in it, as you can see. Now I'm just going to take this here, lay this right over the hole as such. Now it's overlapping, as you can see. I'm not going to just weld it on there and say it's done. I'm actually going to butt weld this into the panel. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to set it all up and start welding it up, and I'll come back and I'll show you the technique in which I'm going to do that. Okay, here now I have the little piece. I have it all tacked in place. Nothing fancy. As you can see, it's overlapping and it's sticking up on the top edge. It's far from a nice fit. As you can see, it's longer than the panel on the bottom. All that will play into after the fact. Biggest thing is now I have it positioned to where I'm happy with it. It will have to be lowered as I'm welding it across. I'll start from the top side here, and I'll show you a little technique I trained myself a number of years ago. A lot of people have used it. I only figured it out on my own and never seen it since. But I'll go through that with you here now, and I'll be back in a minute. Now it's kind of hard to do all this by myself, so I'm going to show you. As you can see here now, look closely, you can see I took a zip blade and actually cut the metal underneath all the way across. You can barely see underneath. You can see the lip on the inside piece there. Now I'll start working the piece of metal from a corner section right here. I'm not going to focus, but from that corner there I'll start working my way around the entire panel and work to the rolled edge on both sides, because this edge here now is going to want to be lowered when the metal is removed from underneath these two side pieces. So, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this here and I'm going to tack this around here and bring it down to the rolled edge, and then I'll show you again. Now, as you can see, I have it all cut back and I have it fitting. Now if you look up across it this way, you can see that it flows. It's the same level as the rest of the car. This lip now has fallen back. We're about to drop it down. The welds are not pretty, but when it comes to body work, I wouldn't be concerned about having pretty welds. You're trying to control heat. A lot of times you can make pretty messy looking welds. As long as you get the penetration, I'm not too fussy about having a pretty looking weld for doing metal work in cases like this. Alright, I'm going to finish trimming it all up. What I'll do next now is I got to come down here and I got to start trimming off the bottom side of it and fitting it in and rolling it in on the sides there, and then welding across the bottom to get the look I'm after. And then when I get that done, I'll show you that. Okay, now I got the back side all trimmed up and butt welded in place and just all tacked in. You'll see it's going to be filled in, and you know, there's some gaps there wider than it should be, and you burn through in a few small spots here and there, but you know, the technique works. When the finished product is done, you'll know what I'm talking about. And usually what I'll end up doing in a case like this now is on the back side of it, I'll go in with a screwdriver, which I've already done, and peel back the piece of metal that I've already cut, which is let go on the inside. Most times it comes off really easy, but like today I had a little bit of trouble getting it out, but it came out. Anyway, I'm going to weld all this up now, and I'll show you it then. Now, look at that. Don't that look lovely? Not pretty, wire hanging off it and everything. Some thin spots there I had to deal with, but I managed to get it all welded up. But now I have everything welded. It's butt welded. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to dress it all up, of course. So now I'm going to walk you through that and just explain to you a little trick that I've come up with. Is this grinding wheel here. I've started to use these here a while ago, and I'm telling you, they are the bomb. Most times you'd use a regular stone, like so, like this type of thing of stone, grind it down, right? But I find these here whatever the material is made of, it controls the heat nice. It takes it down fast. I've found it's cut my grinding time in half, and it works wonderful. And usually I'll do it with that, and then I'll finish it off with a 24 on my air grinder here. Some people goes to 36 and goes up to 80 and really finishes it, but most of it has to be filled anyway. So I'm gonna go grind all this up now and finish it up, and then I'll let you be the judge and see what you thinks. Alright, here we go. All grinded up. See, having bad welds didn't matter. Nice and tidy. Grind it all off. Lots of penetration there. It's gone through the other side. You can see there, nice clean butt weld. It's not a big patchwork. Someone put quarter panels on this car at one point. I won't be getting into that, but it was an overlap with a flange on it, and I never ever liked that system. But this is. This here now you can see lighting there going back and forth over it. It's not a bad patch. Simple little patch. Complicated corner. But you could sit down for hours trying to make up a piece to fit that perfectly and butt weld it in manually. And all you can do is just bend it on a 90 and start fitting as you go and cut away what you don't need. I always found it faster and a lot easier. I hope this video was helpful. The tech tips were good and you can understand me. Until next time, thanks again.